Okay, here we go through the recap of that history, which you can go through this. Okay, it talks about, but you have to be very just ensure that you go through these statements on this. And that is the first life insurance company in the world, first life insurance company set up in India, non-life insurance company established, and Indian insurance company. So there is a difference. Life insurance company Oriental, Indian insurance is Bombay Mutual, and this is the first act actually which came independent into Life Insurance Companies Act and Provident Fund Act. Then it was followed by Insurance Act of 1938, and then came into effect this your Insurance Double IRDA Act of 1999. Okay, and nationalization of insurance first of 1956, LIC came into effect 1st September. Non-life business 1972. Okay, that is your national, oriental, everything which came into that. Privatization was recommended by Malhotra committee. And life insurance industry as a business public sector undertaking is LIC, and postal life. Okay, remember, doesn't comes under any preview of any regulator. They don't come under any of the regulators. Okay, we were clear on this. Postal life, all of these companies. Then we have discussed about risk, uncertainty, peril has been done. Then primary burden of risk, as I mentioned, loss actually suffered. Secondary burden, loss that might happen, stress and mental strain. Risk avoidance, risk retention, we discussed, and reduction and control. These topics we already gone through. Next, you have, I will take you through customer service. Now, first let us understand who is a customer. Customer is a person who uses the product. Okay, customer is an end user. Okay, it can be service or it can be a product which is taken for hiring. Hiring in the sense, what do you call it? Rent. Okay, even it is for hire or service or usage, everything. Okay, whoever, whatever situation he takes into consideration, everything is called as a consumer. A retailer and a wholesaler will not be considered as a consumer. Remember that. Okay, a person who is taken for reselling a product will not be considered as. And remember one thing, it's the responsibility of the customer to check and purchase a product. Okay, that is what we call as buyer beware. Okay, buyer beware of that. The customer provides the bread and butter for any business. As we know, for every business they are bread and butter, and we cannot treat them indifferently. We have to keep them, treat them. It's told us customer is always rated as he is the king. Okay. Role of customer service and relation for more critical case of insurance. Why in other products? Because remember, insurance is a service and it is intangible. So there is no product which we are offering which you can feel. So insurance, it's more critical when it comes to service. Okay, so it's necessary for insurance companies and their personnel, including agents, to render high quality service. So customer lifetime value, as I mentioned, is the economic benefit that are derived by building relationship for over a long time. Now, what is the role for an insurance agent in customer service? See, in customer service, the agent plays a critical part in all stages, including from sales to claim settlement. Remember, okay? First is a point of sale. Point of sale is nothing but where you explain a product with the help of a prospectus. Okay, so from there, at the point of sale, what is the role of an insurance agent? You have to identify the need of the customer and suggest products. Okay, point of sale is identify need and understand the need and then suggest product which is suitable, best is suitable for a customer. Proposal stage, help the customer in filling the form. Now remember, who has to fill the form? It is a customer who has to fill the form, but the agent has to advise him. Okay, and he has to clarify any doubts which he has. Then is acceptance. Acceptance stage is nothing but once the proposal form is submitted to the company issues the policy. And what is the role for an agent in acceptance is you have to hand over the FPR. FPR is nothing but your first premium receipt. So you have to hand over the first premium receipt once the policy is issued, and also ensure that delivery of the policy bond. Okay, delivery of the policy bond is also a major part. Premium payment, continuously keep in touch with the customer and ensure that the customer correctly pays the premium, give him reminder calls. And claim, also agent plays a crucial role during claim settlement by providing policyholders required details. Okay, how to settle a claim. Then it comes to communication. Most important part is communication. Now when it comes to something, the biggest thing, see, insurance, how is insurance sold in India? Even though we do all these things, remember one thing, this is purely done on the basis of the factor which we call as trust. Trust plays a critical role. Now what are the three major factors in building trust? Okay, the three major factors in building trust are: one is attraction, okay, second is being present, and communication. Communication plays a major role. Attraction means customer should feel that you are, whenever they see you, okay, they should feel that the first impression is the best impression. Okay, always remember that. Being present is nothing but being on time. Okay, keeping up the commitment, that is what is expected, is being present. Then communication, that is most important thing. Now when it comes to communication, okay, there are major factors which are associated with communication. Communication can be taken in different parts. Oral, okay, that is by words. Okay, by words what we speak is oral. Written is what you write. Non-verbal is judged by certain characters, certain habits which we have. Okay, and body language is nothing but body postures. Okay, I'll take you in detail. Now when for communication to be successful, the most important thing is effective listening. Now how do you do effective listening? Effective listening, if you see, the major challenge in sales is listening. So you have to listen to the customer. How do you listen to them? Paying attention. So listen to him whatever he talks, providing feedback, responding back to him, and give appropriate answers whenever he comes across and talks about certain things. We have to acknowledge that. Empathetic listening. Empathetic listening is you have to think from customer perspective. Okay. Not being judgmental, most critical part. The problem with us is we become much judgmental and we keep on talking. We never permit the customer to speak. Okay. So not being judgmental, we have to be. Okay, you should not be judgmental, because expecting that customer is going to ask something and we start responding to that without listening to the question. Non-verbal communication, as I mentioned, is making the first impression. Okay, being on time, present yourself appropriately, dressing up, okay, being clean, neat, and be confident whenever you speak, with a pleasant smile on your face. Be open, be positive, always show interest on other persons. Okay, do not ignore whatever they ask. Then body language is related to your facial expressions, your face expressions in your face, your body gestures like folding your hands, tying your hands behind, the way we walk, we sit, movements. Okay, these are all related to body language. And listening skill. Okay, listening, again, pay attention. Okay, pay attention to whatever they tell. You can tell him yes, yeah, face to face. Demonstrate that you listen. Okay, using your body parts, your eyes, demonstrate that you are listening to them. Provide feedback. Now let us come to the third one, which is grievance redressal mechanism. Okay, Grievance redressal mechanism is nothing but the system which has been put out to settle customer complaints. Okay, we have, which is rolled out by IRDA, and they will ask a question, ombudsman related to customer grievances. It is comes under protection of policyholders insurance interest regulation 2002. It's not IRDA Act, remember. It's part of IRDA, protection of policyholders interest. Now what is IGMS? IGMS is integrated grievance management system. Now IRDA has launched a process for that, and there is a process which we are supposed to follow. How to manage grievances. See, any grievances, any complaint you have or your customer has, there is a process which is supposed to be followed. I will take you through what is the process. See, for example, suppose if I am not satisfied with the service of the company, the first what I am supposed to do is I have to approach the company. Okay, I have to first approach the company and give the complaint. Now the company is given a TAT for 30 days. There is a time period for the company to respond. Okay, 30 days is the time period. Now the company has responded to you within 30 days, or else if the company has not responded to you within 30 days, whichever way. Suppose they have not responded, or they have responded but you are not satisfied. You are given 1 year time. Okay, 1 year time. Within 1 year, you can approach ombudsman. Okay, within 1 year you have to approach ombudsman. Now ombudsman is a person who has been appointed by government. Now what is the role of ombudsman? He is the same like a mediator and a counselor. So here what they are supposed to do is you have to produce everything in documents. Here every service is free. There is no fee payable here in ombudsman. So what you can do, you can produce everything in documentation, not over phone. Physical documentation through mail or writing, you have to present everything to the ombudsman. And the ombudsman is given 30 days time to settle this. Okay, he is supposed to settle this, and he has to communicate to the insured. Insured is nothing but the customer. Now the customer is given 15 days time. Okay, he is given 15 days time to whether accept or reject this. So ombudsman has given his decision within 30 days. Okay, he has given his decision. Now the insured is given 15 days time to accept this or reject this. Now once he accepts this, automatically then the company has to execute that. Now suppose this cannot be settled, if dispute is not settled within 30 days, then the ombudsman will pass an award. Okay, the ombudsman will pass an award in 90 days, 3 months or 90 days. Okay, within 3 months or 90 days he will pass an award. Okay, so this award has to be executed by the insurer, that is the company, has to comply this to the award within 30 days. Okay, remember. Okay, the insurer has to comply this within 30 days. Now if the customer is not satisfied with any of this decision, then he can move on to the consumer forum. Okay, then he can move on to the consumer forum. Okay, that is a consumer court. Now consumer forum, you have 3 levels. You have national, you have district, state, sorry, you have national, you have state, and you have district. These are the 3 levels. You have district forum. National handles disputes more than 1 crore, exceeding 1 crore. State 20 to 1 crore. Okay, and district handles up to 20 lakhs. So district handles up to 20 lakhs, state 20 to 1 crore, and national up to 1 crore. And remember, all these have the power of a civil court. Okay, so this is the process where the customer has to follow. Okay, and you cannot go back in this direction. This is not permissible. So if you have, it's company, ombudsman and consumer forum. See, if you come to the consumer forum, then you cannot go to the ombudsman. Okay, so they will ask a question, what is mandatory for you to go to ombudsman? Mandatory is you have to first complain with the company and 30 days should be over and it should be within 1 year you can go to ombudsman. It's not mandatory that it has to be in a consumer court. Clear? Okay, so this is the process. Be clear with these days. Ombudsman can handle up to 30 lakhs of disputes. Okay, so IGMS, IRDS launched integrated grievance management system. It's a tool for monitoring grievance in this industry. Okay, policyholders can register on the system with their policy details. Compares are then forwarded to the respective insurance company. See, there is one system where you have is people go back in IRDA. In IRDA also you have this IGMS portal. If you register through that, automatically they will be rerouted to the company. The Consumer Protection Act was passed in the year 1986. Okay, an amendment has happened in the 2002. Now, what is it? Now, first let us look. Certain definition. Who is a consumer? Any person who buys any goods for consideration. Okay, or hire means on rent, or avails any service for consideration. Okay, wholesaler or retailer cannot be considered as a consumer. Service, any provision made to potential users such as banking, finance, transport, anything can be called as a service. Defect is nothing but it is something fault or imperfection. Okay, shortcoming in quality. You have to be very careful with these wordings. Okay, it means a fault, imperfection, shortcoming, inadequacy in quality, nature, manner or performance of service. Everything is defect. If you see any shortfall in that, it can be taken as defect. Complaint, okay, anything, unfair trade, defect in goods, deficiency in services hired. But you cannot go back and give a complaint against the shopkeeper mentioning that he has not suggested you the best product. Okay, you cannot do that because it's our responsibility to ensure we purchase the best product. He cannot suggest that. Consumer dispute, where whom the complaint is made, disputes and the allegation made of him. Okay, it's a dispute. Redressal forum, you have district, state and national, and district 20 lakhs, state is 20 lakhs to 1 lakh, 100 lakhs, national is above 1 crore. Now, what are disputes? You can go any disputes. Okay, every disputes can be taken to the ombudsman. Delay in settlement, non-settlement reputation, except one thing, that is decision of underwriter. Okay, decision of underwriter cannot be questioned in any court. Okay, underwriter is nothing but assessment of risk. He only decides to give whether to give insurance to one person or not. So you cannot go back and complain that the company has not given me insurance. But claim, yes. Total offices, ombudsman power is restricted to 30 lakhs value. Objective setting of ombudsman to resolve complaints. Okay, related to settlement of claim, anything in a cost effective and impartial manner. He will work as a mediator and counselor. Recommendation should be made within 1 month, and the complainant has to accept the recommendation writing within 15 days of receipt. It's up to the customer to decide. If done, then insurance companies has to honor within 15 days. Dispute not settled, but will pass an award to the insured within 3 months or 90 days. The insurance company has to honor that. Okay. And complaints can be made to the ombudsman. The complainant had made a previous written representative to the insurance company, and the insurance companies had, okay, most important thing, rejected the claim. Complaint has not received any reply within 1 month. Not satisfied, made 1 year from the date of rejection. Okay, and most important, it's not pending in any court or forum. Okay, these are days, stats. Just go through that. 10 days. 15 days. See, insurance, there will be a lot of situations where they talk about the different stats and dates and timings for you. Okay, so with that we come to the end of this chapter which talks about customer service and consumer grievances. Then quickly I will take you through the regulatory aspects of insurance agent. Okay, most important thing, a question they might come out with, it talks about licensing procedure. As I have mentioned, every person has to undergo a license and minimum qualification is 10th. And insurance agent, appointment of insurance. Okay, appointment of insurance agent came into effect from 1st April 2016. Okay, remember this is 1st April 2016. Similarly, LIC was founded 1st September 1956. Letter of appointment will be issued. Insurance agent, means an individual appointed by the insurance company. Composite agent, insurance agent means he can represent one health, one general and one life. Okay, this is what we call as composite agent. Okay, only one company at a time. Centralized list of agent is nothing but it's maintained by the IRDA authority. A list is maintained by the authority. We have a centralized list of all insurance company agents' name will be there in this centralized list. Designated official who has to make appointment for an individual as an insurer, who signs on the appointment letter. Now, Form 1A, that is for one life insurance company. Composite agent means it is Form 1B. Okay, 21 days is the time period for accepting or rejecting the application form. Composite agent, as I mentioned, each one health, one general and one life. Okay, Form 1B. Disqualification. Okay, there are possibilities where an agent can be disqualified. That is as per section 42 of the Insurance Act. Okay, licensing talks about licensing in section 41. 42 talks about disqualification. That is rebating. Rebating is nothing but sharing of commission. Okay, in insurance, rebate is not permitted. Okay, rebate in the sense sharing of commission. Okay. Okay, so with that, we have already given a brief of what licensing is all about.